What's up, guys? Quick video for you here. One of the projects I've been working on right now is for an external coating system on a tank. And one of the big things a lot of my clients talk about is the need for a durable external coating, but also one that is UV stable and will give them good lifespan. And so today we're going to talk about a UV stable epoxy and how that's used. Right, so in most cases with your external tank coatings, pipe coatings, anything like that, a lot of people are using either a zinc system where they'll use a zinc epoxy and then a urethane top coat for your UV stability, or in some cases they might not, do away with the zinc and just do an epoxy with a urethane top coat. And to be honest with you guys, if you're going for gloss retention, looks, everything like that, they're phenomenal systems. But what you tend to see is if you're in an application or have a tank with something more aggressive in it that's not water, say ammonia or something to that effect, if that ammonia touches your urethane top coat, it's going to just eat it completely away and your coating is going to fail very quickly. Right, and so a lot of people kind of get stuck. Well, what can we do? We could do an epoxy with no top coat, but then we're going to have chalking issues. And so one of the things that we've seen, and we have somebody that developed something, and I'm sure there's other people that have, is a UV stable epoxy. Now, in this system, what they did was in the base chemistry, they did what's called hydrogenated that epoxy backbone. And for us common folk, we don't really need to worry about what it is that they did. But what it does do is it does provide UV stability to the epoxy in the form of chalk resistance as well as gloss retention. So whereas the urethanes are going to be your most beautiful coating, keep everything looking pristine in the right environment, this might be, a step down in gloss or aesthetics, but mechanically, chemically, it's going to be much, much better. So I gave you the ammonia tank. If we put that coating down on the outside of the tank and it spills over, let's say the whole thing overflows, it covers every square inch, the epoxy is not going to do anything. It's going to be there and it's going to last another 10, 15 years with no issues. Whereas that urethane, now we're through that protective outer layer from the sun. We're going to start eating at the underlying coating, whether that's an epoxy, whether that's a zinc, or both, and we're going to have more failure issues. All right, and so with this, what we can do is we can remove the zinc system because it is a UV stable epoxy, and we can do that in 100% solids format, which means no porosity, no solvents, we're not using anything like that. And also we get to remove the urethane top coat. Now, what does that mean for you guys, the asset owner who's going to buy this system? For one, you're going to get much longer lifespan out of it as a whole, especially if you have any extenuating circumstances, again with the leaking on the side of the tank. But two, from a labor perspective, whereas most of those systems are apply a zinc, prep the zinc, then apply an epoxy, maybe a second coat of epoxy, and then a urethane top coat, which could be 3 to 4 coats for your final system. With this, we can basically stripe all your welds, your edges, and do a 1-coat system if we're doing a holiday detection. If you don't want to do that, we can do it in a full 2-coat system, but drastically cutting down on your labor. So if you have any questions on this, drop a comment in the description. Be happy to go over it with you guys, let you in on some more of the information, some more of the details, get anybody involved that may need to be for what you guys are going for, and we'll see what we can do for you. Thank you guys. Godspeed.